the collard greens have a little kick to them.
Yeah, the collard greens do
That
have
and
a
the
kick.
stuffing. You guys set my mouth on fire, but it's fine. The whole mouth, esophagus, throat, lungs thing. But this year it was perfect.
Your white organs ain't used to the black cooking yet?
Not the white organs though.
No,
Last
they're
time I
used to it.
checked, we had the same.
They got to be used to it.
Yeah,
by now.
you swallow something hot, you're like, whoa, hey, we weren't prepared for this.
Live from Factory Underground Radio, it's Strictly Adapted with Quixote and Kate. You're on.
And
Ooh.
what you gonna do for me? Welcome back to the show. Welcome. It's Saturday. Scriptly Adapted here on Factory Underground Radio, WFUT. And Quixote here
Happy
to bring
y'all.
you the music, the vibes. Happy Thanksgiving
Weekend.
Who's keeping
counting?
who's keeping count, right? But let's talk about, you know what? Welcome back. First off, we've been gone for a little bit.
2 weeks.
About 2 weeks. We have to do those stints of like getting away, coming back, bringing you guys freshness and all that good stuff. But we're back, and we have Thanksgiving. Success. Every year, I am pleasantly surprised.
Surprised. But listen, y'all, Thanksgiving was great. It was filled with good company, great food, nice games.
Kate, your responsibilities stepped up this year.
I have taken on a new
Tell
role.
the people.
I am Chef Sue. That's wrong. I am Sue Chopper. That is correct. Sue Chopper. I don't get a round of applause for that.
Give it up for Kate.
Thanks.
Give it up for Kate.
Actually, I was given the responsibility also on Thanksgiving Day to make sure that everything got into the oven in the appropriate time manner. I took thorough note. Oh man, that's a tough one.
It's a tough one too, right? I have mine.
Okay, we had a lot of things, so pick top three.
No,
We have to pick top three. We had like 8 dishes.
I have one in mind.
Okay, you go first.
I think the macaroni and cheese was exquisite.
Yeah, not exquisite.
Exquisite.
It was
Chef's kiss.
fan-friggin-tastic.
Or yesterday, Black Friday. What a disaster. I'm glad I didn't go out. I think it's overrated.
No, it always is. We did
I
that
think it's
one year,
overrated.
remember?
We did that one year, and I said never again. I did that another year.
I'm over it, peeps.
And actually, that one year that I did do it, it wasn't as maddening. Like, it wasn't crazy. So Black Friday, I try to stay away from, but it is extremely tempting to get something when you're getting emails about everything being 50% off. Everything you love is 50% off. Your couples topic the week, and I think we got a fun one for the holidays, Kate. Right?
I think so.
Do you want to give the people
Yes,
the couples topic?
Because
It's a
it
fun one.
inordinately affects me every year.
Oh, this affects you.
Is Christmas decorating a spouse affair, or should it rest with one partner or one person? I believe I would like. Okay, so we had this conversation yesterday, and I said to Coyote, "You never help me decorate." He was like, "That's not true," and I said, "Yes, it is." And he said, "No, I always help, but that's because." You never want to hear where I want stuff gone. And I very clearly, I realized that he wasn't informed. And so I felt like it was my responsibility to inform him of what the expectations were. I said very clearly, this is not about your input. This is about the fact that I need extra hands. I don't care where you want the mistletoe. I want it over. Don't need extra manpower. I don't need your input. I don't need you to tell me where you want something to be put. I don't need all that.
I mean, Kate,
I need extra manpower, extra
really
hands.
need me, though?
I need you to be on the other side of the tree when I try to loop the lights around. Doing that with one person is extremely difficult. I need you to be there with the hand duster. It's little things. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Kate? I gotta, of course,
Disagree, I'm sure.
This is I thought every year I do lend a helping hand during
You don't.
the holidays.
You conveniently disappear.
I do disappear.
And I'm like, wow.
I do disappear. As
fine.
soon as I see those bins that I lug up 5 flights of stairs, as soon as I see those bins, immediately vanish like the Phantom. I'm
That's
out.
just
Welcome back, yo. We got the Rotten Tomatoes films actually.
Yeah.
Films.
We've
of
done
the
well.
week.
We were bringing you a lot today, guys. We've done
Yeah,
well.
the Rotten Tomatoes. Listen, we wanted to bring you a bunch of stuff in terms of the Rotten Tomatoes stuff because there's a couple movies we did or have seen that we want to bring to you. Man, Kate, what was the first one you want to?
Well, mostly just because it's open on my tab first. Selena y los Dinos.
Selena y los Dinos on Netflix.
Yeah, she was a Mexican American who lived in Texas and
Tejano music.
Grew up in kind of the Tejano music era and genre. And really, I mean, I would go so far as to say that I believe her band with her siblings and her father really changed the face and course of Tejano music. It was very, very well done. It was beautiful. Most of it was raw footage from behind the scenes of their life. It was just amazing. This is one of her popular songs.
Yeah, one of her. This wasn't the American album yet, right?
No. She had just... I don't even know if she finished the American album before she was killed. I don't know if they finished it.
Being Eddie. The Eddie Murphy biography / documentary, which is on Netflix as we speak. Really, really intrigued by Eddie Murphy. He is a very interesting character, right? When you think Eddie Murphy, you think major star. I mean, big time comedian, movie star.
Cerebral.
Yeah.
I think he has a lot of stuff going on in that brain to be able to be I think he's a very well-rounded artist. He's done a lot.
And he's also extremely talented. He
can
can play instruments. He plays instruments. And even here, he attempted an album. Netflix. I enjoyed it. Gave us a little insight on who Eddie Murphy is.
I'm just so mad at you, though, because we legit fell asleep on the couch and then you woke up and decided to randomly watch it. This was premeditated, y'all.
We had the opportunity to see the final installment of Wicked for Good.
Yeah.
This film, starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande and Jeff Goldblum, was the final installment of the series. It wasn't as good as the first for me. It didn't have that charm, if that makes any sense. Like I said,
the second act is always a little bit darker, right? I mean, that's just with plays in general. I liked it. One thing that stuck out to me was the songs.
Yeah, it
was weird. And then they were singing, and I'm like, I don't even know the words you're singing. The songs seemed jilted. I was like, they didn't flow. It was weird. But yeah. It was good, and I mean the chemistry they have on screen is bar none. But no, it was very well done. The whole thing, part 1 and part 2 were very well done, cinematography wise, beautifully shot. You know, all the actors had great on screen presence. They all had great chemistry. It was just very, very good.
But welcome back, guys. We are on our Legends and Icons. Still on the great award-winning Viola Davis.
So in 2011, she starred as Abilene Clark, a housemaid in 1960s Mississippi, in the film adaptation of Catherine Stockett's novel The Help, directed by Tate Taylor and co-starring alongside Emma Stone, Octavia Spencer, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Jessica Chastain. I loved this film. This is actually the film that we will be celebrating today. 12, Time magazine listed Davis as one of the most influential people in the world. Also in 2012, Glamour magazine named Davis Glamour's Film Actress of the Year. She received the Women in Film's Crystal Award, and she reunited in 2014 with the Help director Tate Taylor in Get On Up, a biopic of James Brown, playing Brown's mother. Yeah, she's done so much, and today we're just going to highlight The Help.
Came out in 2011, which is crazy. But I love the premise of the story, Kate, right? 1960s Mississippi. Young girl who wants to become a writer is trying to do this project that's something very different. Who can I talk to give me something that no one would expect me to write about in 1960s Mississippi? And she comes up with the interviewing of the women who have basically ran the households and raised the kids of these prominent white families. And it turns out that a lot of them are hesitant, which is rightfully so in 1960. You really want to interview me? How about if I say something that comes out crazy, right? But it happens, and slowly but surely, every nanny and maid, every black nanny and maid within this community starts to talk, and they have a lot to say.
Actually, the real special part of this film was it was the basis of our very first Scriptly Adapted episode.
Our very first?
Our very first Scriptly Adapted episode aired in 2011, right after this film came out, and we highlighted this film.
Oh, give it up for us. Kate with the going back into the archive. I don't know much about this gentleman, y'all. Until I was educated a little bit and I looked him up and I was like, oh, wow, okay. Very interesting dude to bring up. So I did a little digging, Kate, and I found this. We got this guy named William Greaves. Pioneering American documentary filmmaker, known for his significant contributions to African American culture and history through film. Here in acting and theater, Graves studied in the actor's studio and performed in several productions, but he became disillusioned with the limited roles available to African American actors at the time. This led him to explore filmmaking as a means to tell more authentic stories about the African American experience. I did not know much about William Greaves, but reading about what he's accomplished and what he did, going to the actor's studio and learning the craft of acting, and then realizing that, yes, I still want to be in this medium, but I'm going to find a different way to tell my story my way. And doing that, he found his filmmaking chops. Back to the show. We just had our Blaxploit Person of the Week.
Very informative. I liked it.
William Greaves. Now we bring you the chick flick of the week. Oops, sorry.
I don't understand why you can never get the charm right. I just don't get it. It's not hard. Today, we are talking about and I love rom-coms of all shapes and sizes. But this one has a special place in my heart. This has Never Been Kissed.
Never Been Kissed, y'all.
Drew Barrymore, Jessica Alba, David Arquette, Michael Vartan, Lily Sobieski, Jeremy Jordan, Molly Shannon, Gary Marshall, and John C. Reilly. Mixed reviews from critics, but was a moderate box office success. So it chronicles Josie Geller, played by Drew Barrymore, who is an insecure 25-year-old copy editor for the Chicago Sun-Times. Honestly, every stereotype about public school or being a loser, I'm sorry, that's so harsh, but she embodies all of it. Goes back to high school, playing an undercover, she makes friends, but she's obviously out of touch, right? Because things have changed. It's a different generation. So she reverts to the old geek persona that ruined her first high school experience. She also has an unfortunate run-in with 3 obnoxious popular girls, Kirsten, Gibby, and Kristen, and the school's most attractive and popular student, Guy Perkins. Josie loses hope, but is reassured when a kind-hearted nerd named Aldous befriends her. Aldous, who loathes Guy and his gang, invites Josie to join the Denominators, a group of intelligent students. She falls in love with her English teacher, Sam Coulson, played by Michael Vartan. Great film.
Been Kissed. I definitely saw that one. That one I think you made me watch.
Oh, so good. So, use this cocktail party trivia. John Gosselin, the star of John and Kate Plus 8, has gotten married again. See. Mm-hmm.
A Family Stone 2?
Did you see the first one?
Yeah, I don't think I care.
No, I didn't either.
That should be straight to Amazon or Netflix.
It probably will be.
We do have some things we want to tell you about what we are watching. Not a ton, but we got some gems.
I'd say we're doing pretty well.
Fault. This show is on Peacock, and we are on episode, I'm on episode 5, starring Sarah Snook from the great show Succession on HBO. If you have not watched Succession, it is fantastic. And so begins every parent's worst nightmare. We are on episode 4, and so far, I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
It is very good. It's a whodunit. Every episode ends with cliffhangers that you think is going to go one way, but ends another. I'm just very curious to see how they end this. Because I don't know. I'm
also not scrolling too much here.
Don't scroll. Don't scroll.
Something's going to ruin it. We're not done.
What are you watching?
Well, I am watching another series on Netflix called The Beast in Me, starring Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys, Brittany Snow. And the guy, I cannot remember this guy's name, but he was in Breaking Bad. He played his henchman or whatever.
Jonathan Banks.
Yes, thank you. This show is excellent.
Really?
First of all, let's just speak to the acting chemistry on screen watching Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys. Excellent in this. He plays a neighbor by the name of Niall Jarvis. And he moves in next door to Claire Danes' character, Aggie Willis. She is an author, and he's obsessed with her. He loves her work, all that stuff. But there's controversy surrounding him. He has been investigated for the murder of his first wife. Brittany Snow plays his second wife. And he's like kind of wants to become like close to Claire Danes' character, and she starts. Her motive is that she wants to see if he's really guilty of killing his first wife, but she's an author, so she disguises that by trying to make it interesting and saying to him, feeding his ego, I'm going to write a book about you.
Some new stuff, guys. Keep listening and supporting at Scriptly Adapted on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, our website, scriptlyadapted.com. Check that out for all the archive stuff, too. Like Kate said, our first episode.
Yeah.
Where we talk about The Help in 2011 is on there. That's when I think I was just figuring out if I liked you or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, the disrespect.
I think I was figuring it out.
Wow. It's okay. I was several paces behind you.
No beige. No,
burn.
no, guys. This is the great Aretha Franklin Respect. Until next time, y'all.
Toodles.
Peace. Give it up for Aretha.
A song by American soul singer-songwriter Otis Redding, and later rearranged by Aretha Franklin to become her breakout hit. That was just rearranged. It was released in 1965 as a single from Redding's third album, Otis Blue, Otis Redding Sings Soul, and became a crossover hit for Redding. In 67, Franklin, the Queen of Soul, rearranged, rephrased, and covered Respect, resulting in one of her biggest hits and her signature song. The music in the two versions is significantly different, while a few changes in the lyrics resulted in different narratives around the theme of human dignity that have been interpreted as commentaries on gender roles, relationships, and respect. She won 2 Grammy Awards in 1968 for Best Rhythm and Blues Recording and Best Rhythm and Blues Solo Vocal Performance Female, and being inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1987. The Library of Congress in 2002 honored Franklin's version by adding it to the National Recording Registry. It was placed number 5 on the 2004 version of Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest songs of all time.
You're just listening to Scriptly Adapted on Factory Underground Radio and Live 365. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Scriptly Adapted.